Alright, here's the hot cut.
Oh, that's how you do it. Okay.
Just want to make sure I get enough of it. See?
Yeah.
Try to keep it on there.
And now you're at 300 plus.
Nice. All right, so I'm going to grab the hash head and
Where do you want to do it?
yeah, just stand right for now. I gotta figure out how much straighten it. We're gonna try right like this. That's not doing it. Or if I need to pinch it in a... I think I might try that. I'll pinch it in the press and then use the hammer to bend it down.
Okay.
So I get it hot first. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Back to our bar. Tongs are not right still. Come on. I gotta get a pair of tongs that fit better.
Yeah.
A little bit. Okay.
Yeah?
Okay. What happened? So using tongs sucks. Makes your hands tired because you're squeezing them the whole time, and they just don't grip very well. In this case, I don't have another option, so I'm using tongs. Some things you can weld posts on it, makes life easier, but for this stuff, not an option right now. So with the flat bar, I'm going to be making a chef's knife that is 52-100. Now, if you guys were here, you saw the big axe head that we're working on. That is my take on Stormbreaker. It is a special order, custom piece, and a lot of frickin' work. All right. Okay, so move this so you guys can see the press better. Definitely straight this way.
Yeah.
So it's straight this way. Now we just gotta get it straight that way. And that's why I moved the camera so it's looking at the handle.
Oh, right here?
Actually, we should do this on the power hammer. Around me to this side. Right there. Trying not to get the fish wet. This is very hard. Still got a little bit, but I'll be able to fix it. All right.
I can just sit there being your cameraman.
Excuse me, Mishka. Okay. Let me check comments real quick. Welcome, everybody. Hey, yeah, I completely understand that. Watching, especially when I was first starting out, watching people like Jason Knight, you know, he's got every tool imaginable. Until last week, poor guy had his shop burned down. So if you follow Jason Knight, you might not see any videos for a while from him because it's tragic. He lost all his tools. So, but anyways, thank you for joining. My name's Brock. I'm the owner and bladesmith of Woodson Knife Co. This is my Monday live forging. I'm working on a chef's knife made out of 52-100 and a really huge 9 3/4 pound axe. It's based off of Stormbreaker. It's my take on it. And then I also have my oldest son, Matthew, home on leave from the Marine Corps, in the shop helping me for a bit. So hope you guys enjoy. Do a little bit on this. I'm just trying to make sure there's no fish left. Oh, I had the camera facing wrong. I'm sorry. All right, so now we've got our basic tip. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. Kind of looks ugly on that side. It's not an inclusion yet, but it could be eventually. All right. There's some big hammers right there.
What's up?
Oh, I might need the big hammer, I think. Thank you. That's getting close. All right. We're still not done, but this thing's a beast. Okay, so we've got the general shape of the point. Yep. Clean it up just a little bit. Hands are starting to get tired. All right. Thank you, appreciate it. Well, I don't use lawnmower blades. Sorry, man. I only use known steel and virgin steel too. So I'm sure there's bladesmiths out there that might be interested, but unfortunately not me. I wouldn't have any use for that stuff. I have a link tree in the bio. At least I did, unless it got deleted. I don't?
You just have a Q&A.
What the heck? Okay, well that's new because I had a link tree, so I'll have to fix that. So thank you. I had no idea that went away. That sucks. But whatever, I'll get it fixed. All right, back to this guy. Yeah, it kind of bugs me about the link tree. That was just on there like the other day. But I'll fix that later today. So if you are looking for the website, I apologize about the link tree. It is woodsonKnifeCo.com. And for my new and aspiring bladesmiths watching, also go to the website, again, woodsonKnifeCo.com, and check out my Patreon. I do have some free videos on there, but check that out and consider subscribing. Whoops. See if I can save this. There we go.
Oh.
I got it. Now when you get towards the end, and you're just straightening everything out, do one hit, then check it. I think that's looking pretty good. I'm not going to worry about opening the eye up because I'm going to do the rest of that with the file.
Okay.
I don't want to bend it up anymore. So, here we go. It's still got a lot of work. I'm going to anneal this. I've got to grind it to shape. Then it'll get heat treated. This thing is ridiculous. Alright, so I'm going to hang this right behind you. Hey, Joe. Okay, we are going to start the isolation for the tang on this chef's knife. And I'm going to try a different approach. And I don't know if this is a great idea or not, but we're going to do it. Bear with me. This is going to be kind of weird. Maybe not. But I'll explain it here in a sec. Nice. Okay, I have my hand right in front of that jet screen coming out there.
Got my face there a few times.
What's that?
Had my face there a few times.
Burn some hair on my arm. It's just one of those things you get used to.
Yeah. Measuring is
What's that?
measuring is
Yeah, because I was forging out swords, and I wanted the actual length. I wanted to be sure I was getting the length I wanted. All right, let's see here.
I'll be right back for like 10 minutes.
Okay. Do you heat treat an axe different than a knife? Yes and no. So I'm not going to fully submerge the axe head right off the bat in the quench. Now I want the hammer side to be pretty hard, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in about that far on the blade, you know, wiggle it around a little bit, make sure the bubbles come off, then I'm going to go all the way in, and so the edge, the blade side is going to be the hardest, but the rest of it's going to be pretty hard too, and then I'm going to anneal it. Well, not anneal it, I'm sorry. I'm going to temper it back, probably pretty significantly, probably come down to the low 50s as far as Rockwell. Yeah, well, I definitely don't have all my arm hair, and I just singed a bunch off a minute ago. But my wife will attest that I don't have all my arm hair. I have to make a new handle for this. Oh, that's right. We are going to move over to the press. I need to do some adjustment here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the bottom of my combo dies and replace it with a flattening die. I'm going to use that to isolate my tang. At least that's the thought. I do this a lot, but I've never done it with that hot cut notch in there. And I think it may help. It helped a little, I think. I don't know if it's something I'm going to do every time, but I like trying different things like that. So next I'm going to hot cut this off, and we'll keep going. Turn the gas down. So I don't have a cameraman, so I apologize for the shakiness when I have to move this, but it is what it is. I don't have a choice. So All right, so hey, again, if you guys don't already follow me, hit that follow button. I do live forging every Monday, so long as TikTok is still available in the US. I do lives other times as well, but Mondays I try to stick to for sure. So we did an axe, a very large axe. There it is. So is my take on Stormbreaker. It is a custom order. A ton of work into it so far. It's going to be insane. And now I'm working on a chef's knife. This is going to be a hidden tang chef's knife. I started with 1/4 inch, 50-100, 1/4 inch by 2 inch wide, and we're going to isolate the tang. Once the tang is isolated, then we're going to start pulling down the heel and drawing the blade out. Hey, nice, I love it. Thank you. Yeah, and I really enjoy this. My big thing is when I started out, I had no idea what the terminology was. I had no idea. I forgot I had coffee. Ooh, it's still warm. I had no idea what to Google and what to search for to find information. And I want to maybe not fully correct that, but try to make life easier on new knife makers or people that are interested in getting into it, and just trying to help people learn what knife making really is and what it actually entails. Plus, it's fun to watch. There we go. I probably should get this set up all the way. Okay, we're going to do a hot cut. So I'm going to grab a hammer I do not care about. And I don't care about it because it is already pretty jacked up. It's when I bought a bunch of tongs and this was with it. Okay, so I'm going to start at an angle, or you can start like that. Usually I do that in one heat. But it can be hard to get lined up just right. You can do, so I started out with an angle grinder. I switched as quickly as I could. You're not going to get the proper bevels. It makes life really hard. But if it's all you got, it's all you got. Make do. Good. I do recommend don't spend money on tools that you think are not going to last. Don't go out and buy Harbor Freight belt grinders or anything like that. Just save your money and get quality parts. Even if it's going to take a while, you're going to regret buying junk. Well, try it first then. See if you can find a local bladesmith that offer classes. You know, like I offer classes. There's a lot of guys that will, or at least, you know, if you throw them a couple $100, they'll let you come out and watch. I don't know anybody that wouldn't. I take that back. There are some bladesmiths that they think everything's a secret, so they don't want people to see them. So watch out for those guys. But for the most part, do a cursory search, internet search on bladesmiths in your area. See if there's somebody that that's close, they'll do it. And just give them a call or reach out to them. Or tell me where you live and I may know somebody. But I probably won't. Okay, so there we go. That's more than enough material for a tang. So, and we're still really thick on the blade. Keep burning my fingers. South Louisiana. Now, I know there's some bladesmiths out there. Louisiana. I know Pirate Forge is over in Florida. I don't think he does classes though. I don't know. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head in Louisiana. Favorite trans TikToker? Well, I'm not, but all right. Anyways, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to keep drawing out that tang, get it to the height I want, and then we're going to start on the blade. We are going to actually let's stay on the anvil here. Okay, I'm going to go to the sharper edge. And we're going to come over here to the press. We'll do this again, try to get that tang finished on this heat. So, yeah. All right. If you guys don't already follow me, hit that follow button, please. Somebody's talking to you, Matthew.
Who's that? Talking about glove ear protection or?
I don't know. Somebody said your name.
Oh, I see. Oh,
Hi.
it's Judy.
All right, so we're gonna go to the press. Nice guy. Hey, dude, learn what you're talking about. We don't wear gloves. And ear protection. I'm deaf. I have hearing aids. I don't need ear protection. We don't need it for this. But hey, thank you for nothing. You only have 2 hours left. So I've done that challenge. I've made, it's grueling. And in real life, we don't do that. Bladesmiths we don't want to work that fast because we'll make mistakes. Oh yeah, anvil prices are ridiculous, especially on old used anvils. Unpopular opinion, but I'd rather have a new anvil. I just don't see the point in spending extra money for an old antique anvil that who knows what the hardness is because it's been used for so long. So I'd rather just get a new anvil, and that's why I did. But to each his own. But yeah, if you were able to get your anvil before Fortune Fire, you're doing good. Now, I have noticed over the past year, more and more bladesmiths quitting. It's an interesting trend, and I think it's because COVID's done. People are going back to their full-time jobs. Things are getting busy. Like I said, it's just my opinion. I used like, I think it was an 1830s or something. It was something ridiculous anvil. And it sounded pretty good, but it had hardly any rebound. And I didn't like using it. I have a brand new anvil. Well, it's used now, but I bought it brand new and haven't had a problem with it. Steel prices are through the roof. They have not gone up that much for knife steel. Now over the past 2 years, they haven't. I've seen a slight increase, but they came back down too. So try New Jersey Steel Baron or Pop's Knives. Now, if you guys are looking for knife making competitions, go onto YouTube or here, Facebook, Instagram, and type in Last Blade Standing Season 3. I'm competing in that. We have some great smiths competing in that, like 12 Fortune Fire champions. Ben Abbott's one of the competitors, and David Baker is one of our judges. So go check that out. Again, I am competing. Fingers crossed. Alrighty. Terry, what do you mean by what grade? Steel products, steel cross. So I use high carbon steels, 10 series, 52100, 5160, 80 CRV2. That's one of my favorites. Great all-around steel. I get a lot of my stuff from New Jersey Steel Baron. It's pretty much all they do is knife steel and Pop's knives. No, David Baker is judging. Ben Abbott is competing. But yeah, David Baker is one of our judges. I don't know who the other two are. I feel like I should, but I don't remember. Am I timing myself? No. There's no point. I don't work under Forged in Fire rules. I want to create a quality product. So Forged in Fire is a game show. 100% it's a game show. It's fun to watch. There's a lot of stuff that's done on there that we do not do in real life, or not the way they do it. And the time constraint's one of them. You're not going to do that to yourself unless you're practicing. We are going to go over to the anvil, clean up the tang a little bit, and then we will go to the power hammer and start working on the blade. I want to pull that blade, or the tang out a little more. Not done with the tang, I'm sorry. I wanted a little farther along than that before I start on the blade. Tyler, Texas, how you doing? Okay. Hopefully I can get that tang worked out on this heat. It's way too thick, so I'm going to draw it out a little bit more. And then we'll start working on the heel first, and access. We'll work on the heel, drawing that down, and kind of work our way forward, and then we're going to work on the distal taper as we draw the blade out. A lot of this is going to be done on the power hammer. Now, not usually. Sometimes I'll have a handle in mind, especially if it's a custom order. If somebody wants something specific, then yes. A lot of times when I'm making a knife that's just going to go on the website or go into a shop, I'll make the knife and then decide what handle material looks best after the fact. Right on, welcome. That's better. It's still really thick, but that's okay. So before I put this back in, camera moved. You guys are fine. Before I get this back in, I gotta pick a different set of tongs that's gonna fit. Too big. That should do it right there. Okay. All right, so that's got to get nice and hot. All that dog hair. She just got groomed. That's insane. I had her groomed Wednesday. Yep. He's home on leave. Him and his new wife are staying with us. When do you guys go back?
30th.
The 30th. Okay. Yeah, Michiko always tries to steal this. Okay, come on. See? When one person's done giving her attention, she just moves to the next. So we're going to be going with a power hammer. I'm going to move the camera over here. I'll turn it right before we get started. It's going to take a minute for that to heat up. Okay, I just rotated. It's getting pretty close actually. So here in another minute, I'll get started. That's the only bad thing about doing lives like this. I used to try to do 2 or 3 knives at once. Keep up the action so you guys had something to watch. It just got too much for me. I'll do it every once in a while, but I prefer just one at a time. All right. No, it was like that. I'm sure the power hammer doesn't help, but it was like that. Hopefully I'll never have to add this rotary gun. That was tough. Yeah. Oh, removing all this? Whoops. Trying to check comments. All right. Almost 11. Yeah. Okay, let's see if these are working. Okay, now we're going to draw it out. I did kind of forget. It's actually working out. Alright, so as we squish the blade side, it's going to pull that back straight. Now this is a different technique that I'm trying. I saw another bladesmith doing recently. So we'll see how I like it. Hey, no problem. Have a good one. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Hope for fun. We'll go to the anvil and tune this up a little bit. Oh, just go watch your foot. Yeah. Come on over. Thank you. Definitely the difference in doing it this way is getting it drawn out properly is a lot more difficult. But I think it's just a learning curve. Like I said, it's the first time I've done this technique. I'll move this switch lock. Okay. What's that? That's funny. It's doing some weird stuff. Yeah, it's turning up kind of weird. I think I did one step of this technique a little off, I think, but it'll be all right. I just haven't done it this way, and like I said, I saw another bladesmith do it recently, and might as well check it out. Steel with mind of its own, yeah. Well, with blades, when you start hammering in the bevels, as you bring them together down on the bottom, it's going to bring the spine up. So if your spine's already straight, it's going to turn into a banana. So with a lot of these, they turn them down, the spine turns down, and as you do the edge, it comes up to flat. This might be one of those things I have to practice at a few times, but I think it's a good technique to know.
Yeah.
It's just, it's done differently than I've done in the past.
Really?
In certain aspects of it are. Translate that real quick, because hey Brazil, thanks for watching, appreciate it. Sorry, I just had to translate that real quick. Okay, we're gonna get it really hot, and then we're gonna go back to the power hammer and try those bevels, see what happens. All right, right there. Oh yeah, the drop. Keep them for now, just in case. I don't know that I really need them, but I also don't know I would. it looks ugly right now. Yeah, they lose heat really quick, especially as you're getting thinner. We're approaching an 1/8 of an inch thick. That's what I want. But yeah, it just sucks the heat out really quick. So when you're doing this, you have to be very deliberate of what you're trying to accomplish in the little amount of time you have on that heat. So on this one, I'm going to switch hammers to a lighter hammer. I'm still going to be using the rounding side. I'm not really good with the flattening side. Not yet. So we're going to tune the blade up a little bit. What that means is straightening out the profile, getting rid of any kind of major warps or anything like that. I'm going to work on the choil area just a little bit. Then we're going to go back in the heat and we're going to start working on the bevels, which is going to bring that blade back up to where it's supposed to be. And how this works. How many layers? One. So this is a mono steel. This is 52100. It's a really hard steel when heat treated and tempered properly. It's great for chef's knives, skinners, that kind of thing. Welcome back. Yes, it does heat quickly as well. All right, I'm gonna move over here. Okay, you guys can stare at me. She's gonna ask you for a second. Almost. I'm not digging the profile, but it's fixable. I think this is one of those that I might have to try a few more times to get it right. Yeah. At least once more. Let's say. Yes, it really does. Yeah, I like 52-100 if you're looking for a really simple chef's knife, Skinner knife, you know, steel. That's a good one to go with. Can't read that far away. Hey, I appreciate it. If I don't see you again on this one, have a good one. That just turned out really oddly. It didn't curve.
You able to fix it?
Oh yeah.
Or are you just gonna have
It's just kind of frustrating because when I did it, I did it I think in the wrong order.
Oh really?
I'll have to go check how he did it. But I think I did the heel first when I should have drawn it out first. I can't remember.
How much axe wax do you have? Good luck.
That's quite a bit. Like,
Nice back one.
go stainless blades.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't honestly I didn't know what it was.
I mean, I think I've got a sample for it. Or check the top right hand drawer over there. Oh, I can't see now. I'm going to be making my own soon. Right on. Okay.
Give me big ones.
What's that?
You have big ones on the small table.
Yeah. Grab one.
Oh, okay.
Too hot. Now we're starting to come out. We're getting there.
Oh yeah, that looks a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta check his procedure one more time before I try this again. I think we'll probably actually know the 10. In fact, after this heat, I'm gonna flip it over, draw out that tank, because the tank's still really thick. So I'll draw that out to thickness, lay it up. That's when I'll work on the choil.
Interesting watching your fluctuation in views. Like,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So, at one point you jumped to like 100 and then you dropped 100. Like, it's so weird.
It happens. I'm not super worried about it. Oh yeah. Yeah, and that guy that does the crimson patina put out his supposed formula for doing that, and he says he puts it in an oven at like 600 degrees for 15 minutes to get that The thing they left out is, and he is apparently have told a couple guys that he knows, is he puts a coating on it before he does that, and then he has to seal it with like a clear paint so it doesn't rub off. But maybe he perfected it to where he doesn't have to do that. I don't know, but I still don't trust the guy. Paper is good. The edge is not. So I've got the distal taper, and what that means is from where the handle ends and the rest of the knife is, it gets skinnier as it goes to the tip. But the only problem is we've got some weird stuff on the edge. I gotta keep saying, this is a different technique that I'm trying, so it's fun, it's just, it's kind of coming out weird for me, but I should be able to fix it up. Worst case, it's just gonna be a little bit smaller knife. I'm just kind of doing a little planching work on the tang real quick. Man, that is a funky shape, but we'll get there. What's up?
I'm probably gonna go get ready so I can get my knives out here.
Yep.
I want to be down here tomorrow too.
What's that?
I want to be down here tomorrow as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get ready.
Tomorrow, Tuesday? Okay.
He said that lower to 11 to 3 tomorrow, I think. So,
I don't know.
no.
I'm just along for the ride. I just do what I'm told.
Yeah.
So, all right. Love you, buddy.
I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Okay. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
Yeah. Coffee abuse. It was cold. Leave me alone. I mean, I guess I can go grab it. Coffee snowball. Okay. Let's turn this bad boy around and fix that really ugly profile. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it. You're the man. Wrong ones. Those are, never mind. Now it doesn't take very long for it to lose the heat. But on the plus side, it doesn't take very long to heat up. So what I'm going to try to do is that spine's got kind of a weird hump in it. So I'm going to bring that hump down, try to bring the tang up. So we have a nice, even visually appealing transition from the handle to the tip. So, yeah. Now, a lot of times bladesmiths will get to this point and they'll call it good. They're not going to fight with it anymore, and they're just going to grind that profile to what they want. I could easily do that, and a lot of times I would do that at this point, but I might keep messing with this thing. Like I said, this is a different technique that I'm trying, and I just want to see it out to the finish. Not those. Go back to those. Now it is possible I'm not going to get there all the way and I might have to grind this out. Can't read it, I'm too far. I don't know what that is. Crawfish. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. I'd have to look it up. All right. Well, hey, everybody that's just joining. My name's Brock. I'm the owner and bladesmith of Woodson Knife Co. Right now, I'm working on a chef's knife. I'm using a different technique to forge out this chef's knife. It's the first time trying this technique, so it's a little wonky, but we'll get there. Earlier, we were working on a huge axe head. Got that to the point where the rest of the work's going to be mostly grinding. And had my son out here. He's home on leave with his new wife, and had him out here for a little bit. So I just want to finish up this chef's knife. Yeah. Oh, also, this is my Monday live. I do lives on TikTok every Monday until they ban TikTok, and then I'll probably be over on YouTube or Facebook or something. I'm not sure if they actually ban it, but it sounds like they probably will after the first of the year. It's a sword. Well, I'm working on a chef's knife right now. I do swords, but if there's something you want me to make, reach out and we can talk about a special order. All right. Not do what I wanted it to. A little bit, but not quite. Okay. Move this a little bit. There we go. Can show you guys the sword I am working on. So this is this sword is actually based on a book series / TV series called Wheel of Time. It's a custom order. So it is a Damascus clad. It's MI. This is not the final finish on it. That core is going to be really dark. And then it's getting this guard. They're going to be turned up when they're done. And then two-handed handle. It's a very interesting looking saber, but it should be cool when I'm done. That's looking better. Yeah, it's a weird design. It's got some Japanese aspects to it, along with some very, very prominent English bits and pieces to it. So it's a fun build, and I think it's going to look really cool when it's done. My last blade standing competition sword is a Japanese wakizashi, which is shorter than a katana. So I've got videos on here. You can go check those out. You can also follow Last Blade Standing Season 3 here on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. It's a pretty big competition. 64 Smiths nationwide. Got a bunch of guys that were in Fortune Fire, a bunch of Fortune Fire champions. David Baker is going to be one of our judges. Ben Abbott's competing. If you follow Fortune Fire, you've heard that name, and you know he is, I think, an 8-time Fortune Fire champion. Lots of back and forth. Closing the door does help speed up the process significantly. There's the best metals to use. It depends on what you're working with. Really, it depends on what it's for. I mean, it's like, you know, there's no all-around knife. You know, there's no knife that's good for everything. People can say that, but it's not true because there's so many different things that go into it. You know, edge geometry is different for different knives, the way you do the bevels, distal tapering. There's all sorts of different things. And the same is true with knife steel. 52-100 is great for chef's knives, skinners. It holds a great edge. I personally wouldn't want to use it in a sword. I know guys that do, and they do great. I just don't. I'd rather use an 80 CRV2. Granted, I know these are probably just all numbers, but check out New Jersey Steel Baron and Knife Steel Nerds. Those are probably the best places to get some information. Oh yeah. Yeah, I do a lot of Damascus knives, a lot of layered steel. My Last Blade Standing wakizashi is it's a brass Damascus clad sanmai with copper shims and a 3200 layer Damascus core. So go check that out. I've got several videos on my page. just trying to fix up my bevel. It's not the prettiest chef's knife I've done by any means. And I think if I do this technique a couple more times, I'll get it down. So I'm gonna try it more, but for the first try, it's not too bad. But I've realized some things as I go that next time I'm gonna do a little different. Forge and Fire? Well, Forge and Fire is great, but like I said a minute ago, I'm currently competing in Last Blade Standing Season 3. Now, I've already turned in my sword. The judging starts in February. So go over, look them up, here, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Make sure you give them a follow and check out all the videos they got coming out. But competition starts in February. Should be a lot of fun. The finals are February 25th. They're over on the East Coast, so unless something crazy happens, I'll be there for the finals. What's the sharpening method? You know, that is a really long answered question. Let me think out how to answer that the best. All right, turn down the gas. Because we don't need it that hot, we're just doing some cleanup. I love you. Love you. Have fun. Drive safe, please. I promise. It's Katie's car. Well, you're not used to snow. And it's been over a year since you drove in snow. So just remember, stop like 5 times sooner than you think you need to. Love you. All right, love you. So you can see out the door, we have snow here, and he's stationed in California, so he is not used to snow. So as far as sharpening, I use a machine, a sharpening machine made by Broadback Ironworks. It's not a cheap machine, they're over $1,000. They work really, really well. Really easy to use. Past that, using stones. I used to use my belt grinder, my 2x72 for everything. There's a lot of ways to sharpen if you have the right tooling. Now, if you're just using stones, that's a completely different thing. You have to have the right stones, and there's a lot of practice that goes into that, keeping that angle correct the entire length of the blade. Well, yeah, you got to hear it twice. That's okay. All right, so the blade's not quite as hot. Still not liking yeah, that looks a little better. Okay, now that we've lowered the heat, we're going to start planishing. Planishing is making the steel smooth using a hammer. So really all I'm going to do is try to even out any of my hammer marks, make sure the edge is nice and straight along with the spine. As we go, you'll see me still hitting the steel when it looks like it's gray cold. It's still pretty hot, and I'm not hitting it really hard. I'm not putting really any force into it. I'm just letting that hammer drop from a few inches, and that's just any of those marks that come up like this from the hammer. It's just going to flatten them down. So I'm not putting stress fractures or anything into the steel. Using my flat side of my hammer and putting the blade all the way to the edge. Work hardening. You're talking about the steel hardening as it cools while I'm working it. It's really not an issue. It's not cooling that fast that it's going to become really hard. Now, when I'm done, I'm going to anneal this, make it easier to grind. But it's not really getting that hard as you're hitting it. And your temperature's a lot higher than you think it is. It's well over, 1,200 degrees. It's really bright in here, so it looks darker than it is. Really interesting. And I still, I don't know if it's going to happen this year, but I want to. I want to start doing inlays. But I know that's more tooling, more equipment to buy. And my wife's watching this right now, so I'm going to go inside and get the look. My wife is way too nice. Yeah, I think I've got to get one of those pneumatic hand chisels for, the really tiny ones. I got to just figure out the technique. People make that stuff look so easy. And, you know, as soon as I think about it for more than a second, it's a really daunting task to do inlays if you've never done them. I've never done them. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'll definitely be reaching out about that. Like I said, I gotta get the tools first because I don't think I have any of the right stuff to do that. All right, so the temperature of the forge dropped way down. We're to more of an orange, almost a red. 1750 degrees is what the forge says right now. It's a good temperature for planishing. Equipment and techniques. Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious, Jeff, how much do you do? That'd be cool if we got more than one person in here that knows how to do it. I learned stuff really quickly, but sometimes I need extra explanation. Okay, now I'm gonna let it get just a little bit hotter than I have been. And we're gonna go to the leg vise and do some straightening. Still hot. Not too bad. This thing's ridiculously heavy. A lot of grinding to do. Not looking forward to that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the blade through here, which is going to straighten it as I go. Then I'll flip it over and do it to the spine of the tank. This is something I learned from Jason Knight, because the way the jaws are shaped, it won't affect or dig into your bevels. Just when you're doing it, don't hold on to the tang because you'll start to warp it back and forth. Nice and straight. And you don't have to go crazy with the pressure. we go. There is our hand-forged 52-100 chef's knife. Nice and straight, right? Like it had a little tweak to it. It does have a tweak to it. Still a little bit, but I can fix that later. So, 52-100. Got it really straight. Just this last little bit. Oh, is that going to bug me too much? Maybe. I think that's going to bug me too much. I'll be back. D10. I don't even know what D10. I know of D2. I don't use it. I can. I just don't. D10. There's a lot of different seals out there, folks. So I don't know all of them. And I've also realized that some steels have like nicknames that people know them by. So. But D10, it doesn't sound familiar, but I'd have to look it up to be sure. But I know of D2. Okay, now I'm okay with that. All right, sorry I had to straighten it a little bit. So it doesn't have the profile I was really going for, but it's not going to take me but a few minutes on the grinder to get there. So, which is perfect. That's what I want. We have our distal taper. Turn it this way. So you can see how it's thick here and gets nice and thin towards the tip, almost kind of disappears. We don't want too much to disappear before heat treat. Yeah. I'm thinking this looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. We're gonna hang it up in the vise for now. And we're gonna turn the forge off. While I'm doing this, if you guys have any questions, put them in the comments. Okay, so I'm gonna anneal both of these overnight. So forge is still really hot, 1700 degrees. This is still pretty warm, probably pretty hot in the core. But I'm gonna throw them in there overnight. That way the temperature cools down really slowly. This thing will still be 110 degrees or more in the morning. So it'll cool down really slowly, softening that steel as much as possible. Just gonna make it a lot easier to grind and cut on. Do we have any comments, questions? All right, doesn't look like it. But there you go, everybody. Got quite a bit done this morning. And hey, it's only noon. So 3 hours of forging today. Started at, I think it was 9? Whatever. So every Monday I'm out here, pretty much every Monday. So give me a follow if you guys have any questions. If you're curious about a special order or anything like that, reach out to me through my website, woodsonKnifeCo.com. Sharpening. Yes, I do sharpening. So prices, and this is before shipping, because I do charge shipping both directions, because obvious. It's $10 a knife up to an 8-inch cutting edge. Now, if it's in a knife block and you're sending all your knives over, I try to be pretty nice with the pricing, but yeah, on average, it's $10 a knife. So, and they will shave hair when they're done. Thank you, I appreciate it. But again, website is woodsonKnifeCo.com. Apparently my link tree on TikTok disappeared, so I've got to fix that. I will get that back up today. If you guys have any questions, again, reach out to me. Even if it's just about knife making or wanting to know what direction to go in. One other thing. Check out my Patreon. If you're looking to get into knife making, I have a Patreon, again, Woodson Knife Co. So I think it's patreon.com/Woodson Knife Co. I do have some free videos up there, and then I have the first video dropped in a 5-part series where I'm making a Damascus sax from scratch. So if you're interested in knife making or just really enjoy watching it, any of that, go over Patreon, check it out. Like I said, there are some free videos, but if you want to join, follow me, subscribe to the Patreon. I'd really appreciate the support. All right, everybody, you have a great one. As always, be kind, much love, have a great week.